Perfect. So let's roll the video of Sarah.
Hello, my name is Sarah Katzenmeyer, and I am a survivor of sudden cardiac arrest. Halloween has always been my favorite time of year, and each year I dress up as a zombie and participate in the Thriller Parade in downtown Lexington. Last year, the parade ended for me soon after it started because I fell to the ground and everything went black. It was a total lights out. That's when Charlotte Callan, a pre-med student at the university who had just completed CPR certification, came to my rescue. She performed CPR on me for 10 full minutes while the EMTs were navigating through a horde of zombies to come to my rescue. While there was an incredible medical team who took care of me during my stay in the hospital, they all said that without Charlotte having done CPR on me as quickly as she did, that their expertise would not have mattered. How do you thank someone like Charlotte who saved your life in a situation that I was in? I nominated her for, and she was awarded the Spirit of Lexington Award. Charlotte and I have since met several times, and we both agree that there is a reason that our paths cross, and we think that reason is to promote CPR and to spread awareness about it and say how it can save lives, even if you're a zombie like me. She has chosen a life in the healthcare profession, and I am living proof that she has what it takes to make a difference. After my experience, I learned that one of the most important statistics that contribute to a person's survival is how many people in your community know CPR. The American Heart Association has a goal of training at least one person per household in hands-only CPR by the end of 2024. And that is why your support is so important. Last month, I am happy to say that I was able to dance in the Thriller Parade once again, and it would not have been possible without people like Charlotte, with organizations like the American Heart Association and supporters like you. Thank you for supporting the American Heart Association and its life-saving mission.
Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for sharing your truly heart-touching and heartfelt story. And we see the picture of you as the zombie as well, then too. Sarah, first, maybe just tell us, how are you doing?
I am doing
now?
great. I am doing great. I work at my son's nano brewery, and I help him fill orders for homebrew aficionados, or whatever you call them.
That's great. Well, we had an opportunity of talking a couple of weeks ago, and your energy certainly, speaks for itself. But thank you for that. Maybe Sarah, talk a little bit about your passion for hands-only CPR, and I love what you said about every one person in every household knowing CPR. Can you talk a little bit about your passion?
Well, after this happened, I knew I just had to be a spokesperson for CPR, whether it be through you all or any organization or any local group. So like you said, I'm a Wildcat fan. So when I go to the UK games during halftime, during the Georgia game that we won by 14 points, by the way, they zeroed in on me under the goal because I was frustrated because we were down by 11 at that point. And I just stood there and went, CPR, CPR. And so they came over and interviewed me afterward and said, what were you spelling out? What were you saying? And I said, CPR. Everyone needs to learn CPR. And we're in a gymnasium here that holds 23,000 people. I wonder how many people know CPR. So they did a whole little spiel on it. So any platform I have now, I speak up. Like you said, the funding for the high school students who are supposed to get CPR training before they get their diploma, I've gone to school board meetings and I've gone to our city council meetings. And even though they don't have the funding and they're not enforcing it, the fact that I go there and gripe like I am prone to do, at least all those parents listened. And I've gotten lots of emails saying that because of that, I made my child sign up for the, elective and take it anyway. So
Right.
Anytime I have an opportunity like that, anytime I'm at a rally or a protest and I get a chance to talk about CPR or American Heart, I do so.
And we love that you do that. Thank you for raising your voice as well. I want you to spend just a couple of sentences talking about Charlotte and now the connection. You didn't know Charlotte before.
Did not know Charlotte.
and the connection that you have with Charlotte now,
Yes.
and a lifelong friendship that's
Yes.
developed. So can you talk just a moment
Sure.
about that?
Something Pavitra said really got to me. When Charlotte stepped up in the crowd of zombies to do CPR on me, she said it was that hesitation of her. She says she's an introvert. She said she had questioned several times whether she should commit the amount of money and time in her life that it's going to take to be a doctor in the medical profession. And she said at that moment, when she was able to push aside someone who was not doing it correctly, she said she got whatever it is that it takes to step up and assert herself. And she said that reinforced her belief that she was doing the right thing by staying in the medical profession.
I love that. I love that. And you still keep in touch with Charlotte as well, right?
Absolutely. We have lunch occasionally. It is very emotional for both of us every time we see each other, but we have committed to doing it. And every time I'm asked to do something, like, be the master of ceremonies for something and mention CPR, I include her, and vice versa. Anytime she has an opportunity, she includes me. So a lot of times we appear together.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your passion.
Thank you,
Pavitra,
Kevin.
also, we love that you've been able to join us to talk a little bit about your wisdom about CPR and how we can continue to have that goal of having one person in every family trained in CPR. We're going to watch just one more video. It's just a 1-minute video, but this is the training video on CPR, hands-only CPR. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jess, and we'll watch that video, and then we'll be able to break for a quick 5-minute break. So let's watch the video.
If you see a teen or adult suddenly collapse, it is important to act fast. Helping to save a life is easier than you might think. Just start hands-only CPR. The first step is to ask someone to call 911 and to get an AED, or call 911 yourself and put your phone on speaker mode so the operator can assist you. Then get directly over the victim. Put the heel of one hand in the center of the chest and put your other hand on top of the first. Then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. It's important to push, giving 100 to 120 compressions per minute, which is about the same tempo as the song Staying Alive, or the rate of music you're listening to right now. Let's hope you never have to use hands-only CPR, but know that CPR combined with using an AED provides the best chance of saving a life. If possible, use an AED every time you provide CPR. Again, if you see a teen or adult suddenly collapse, don't be afraid to start hands-only CPR. Remember, call 911 and ask someone to get an AED. Then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until the AED and help arrives. Your actions can help save a life.
Perfect. That video you're able to share that with your circle of friends, or with your company, or with your school, your hospital. A great 1-minute video that we're showing that at all of our events, our Heartball, our Go Red for Women events this month, and throughout the year. Again, a great way of being able to educate individuals about hands-only CPR. I also do want to remind folks about the hashtag 3-4-Heart CPR challenge from Damar Hamlin. And so make sure that you're on social media, make sure that you're liking and sharing that as well. All right, we're going to go ahead. Again, I want to thank our special guests, Pavitra and Sarah. Thank you for joining us. And we are so grateful for your leadership and support of this. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. And so we'll start at 10 after.